Welcome to We Funny AF, formerly the Imperial Ink Live podcast. Same crew, new dude. We got the upper echelon, end all be all duality part 108 hold up available across all streaming services. We still have the same website set up for merch at imperialinkmusic.com. Various t-shirts and masks, and we also have new merch on the way specifically for the podcast, and it's coming soon. So, let's get into this, y'all. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, them Imperial boys is back. Yeah. And of course, you know we had to come back on some new shit. Yeah. So, without further ado, I welcome you to the We Funny AF podcast. Yeah, I'm the one and only Figgz. I'm with my main man Biggs, and we about to take you there. Let's go. We Funny AF. 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 We Funny AF.
All right, what's up, y'all? Welcome. That's the way I'm fucking feeling today. This is We Funny AF.
AF.
And I'm on some not wanting to laugh shit today.
Yeah, he came in here all stank.
I'm not in the best of moods.
Yeah.
Hopefully Figgz can fix that because
I got him. I'm going to hold you down.
I hope, because I ain't feeling it right
I'm
now.
on some of my best bullshit today.
So I'm not really even sure what we're talking about today. So I'll just let you go with whatever it is. What we doing?
Well, it's things that fascinate me.
Things fascinate you.
Yeah. Certain things fascinate me. One of the things that fascinate me is like, I'm always wondering who the first person was to do some shit.
Imperial Live, you know we bring that heat. It's time to get ready for the ear to the street.
just in general, like,
yeah, just all the way down the line. Like, how did certain shit come about? Like inventions and shit. I even wrote down a list of accidental.
Oh, really?
Inventions.
Really?
Yeah, it was sparking my brain. I mean, I'll be honest with you, nigga. I was high, and I was just like, damn. Yeah, you know, so I thought of a few things.
Okay, well, have at it. Give me
Like
one.
one would be, and my girl suggested this one. She made me think about it.
Okay.
Who was the first person to see an egg come out of chicken's ass and decide we gonna eat this motherfucker? But think about it. Did they eat it raw? Did they automatically know to cook it? How did they eat the egg?
That's a good question. I mean, maybe it came out and,
you know,
like,
some
hit the
people
ground
have
and splatted and they saw it. It was like, whoa, wait a minute.
Yeah.
There might be something to this.
So they waited on another egg to cook?
Yeah.
Or it could have happened like it did in the movie Caveman when that egg fell out of that bird
onto
and
that hot
shit
thing.
and then fried it. Them niggas was over.
I forgot about that movie.
Yeah. A lot of people don't eat eggs for that reason.
Because they come out
of a chicken's ass. Come out of a chicken's ass. Old folks will tell you eating eggs coming out of chicken's ass. Yeah.
Never heard of that before.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that that hens just automatically had eggs. I thought they had to be, you know what I mean?
You know, I never thought about that either.
They do.
But they have like eggs every morning.
Every day, yeah. They just have eggs. And I was like, oh shit, I didn't know that. I didn't know that the process was they had to have them then to get, I guess, inseminated, I guess. I didn't know that. That fascinated me. I thought they had to be pregnant.
Yeah.
But they just be having eggs.
Yeah, I wonder shit like, who was the first nigga to look up in the sky and say, damn, I bet that bird be tasty. I'll catch one of them motherfuckers and we gonna put it over the fire
And see what it tastes
or
like.
who was the first nigga to put some oil in a pan, dip that chicken in some flour, and throw that shit in that hot grease? It had to be a slave. It had to be. I just guess it had to be. But I mean, whoever started fried chicken started some shit. They ain't getting their flowers. They ain't getting their flowers. Chicken? Yeah, because that's internationally known.
I would kind of like to know where it came from. I honestly don't think that may even be an American thing, or African American.
Well,
thing.
I know an African American. We didn't eat dead birds.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, I've heard that plenty of times in the culture of America or niggers. Yeah. I'd like to know who the first person to do that shit was. They had a hit.
I wonder if it was actually chicken that they ate first. Could have been just a random bird that was flying.
I'm sure niggas tried a few birds. I'm sure niggas probably tried every bird just to make sure. Like, even if they found chicken first, they was like, I wonder what that motherfucking crow tastes like. That motherfucker's big and black. He look meaty. And then they probably ate it. Like, nah, crow ain't all that good. But
that's why people don't eat pigeons.
Let's get one of them hummingbirds.
Damn,
you gotta have 9 of them motherfuckers. They like chicken nuggets. You know what I mean? They probably tried everything. I'd say I'd like to know that through time. Mm-hmm. Have we tried to eat almost every animal just to see if it was good for our... I mean, because we do have a lot of animals that we eat that you really shouldn't have ever found out how they tasted.
Like
alligators. You really shouldn't know what a shark tastes like. They should have been left the fuck alone. Well, you know what I mean? Like, think about it. I mean, it's crazy.
That is crazy. You ever had shark?
I think I've tasted it.
Have you?
It's actually just like fish. I think.
Yeah,
it's
nothing,
it's
not a lot different about it.
The meats kind of maybe have a little texture different.
Yeah. I like certain fish though.
Yeah,
that's funny. Chicken. What's another one that you got first on? Like first, you said something about socks earlier.
Yeah. Who was the first nigga to come down the street with a pair of socks on? Who was the first person to have a pair of socks? And how envied was he when he had those socks? Everybody's like, yeah, nigga. What's him? My feet being cold. You got another pair of them? Who was the first nigga to get a haircut?
Just in general, got a haircut.
I don't know. Who's first to get a fade? Everybody else would have had their regular hair because they didn't know about haircuts yet. So the first nigga that got a haircut walked in the spot. They's like, "What the fuck, nigga? You got your name in the back of your head." Had them powdered wigs and shit back in the day. They didn't know nothing about no fades.
That's like the hot comb being invented by black folks.
Who's the nigga that invented the hot comb?
It's a woman. It's a black woman. I can't remember what it was. But
she has a strong neck. How many times she burned her neck trying to learn how to use it? Let's see. Who... I mean, we could always go to drugs. Who's the first nigga to roll up a plant and smoke it and say, yeah, I'm going to do this every day? How many plants did you smoke before you figured out marijuana was...
You know what, though? I'm thinking in that kind of case, they probably ate it first.
Really? Possibly.
Yeah. It sounded to me like they would probably eat it first. Just like that, and just like how they came up on, what was the one... the one opiate, what's it?
Opiate.
Oh, shit.
Opioids, opium.
Yeah, in general, like what that comes from, like a poppy seed or something like that. So who came up with that? You know, who said, you know, this might be something you could take to fuck your head up?
Who said, nigga, this lotion ain't quite working well? Well, who invented lotion?
There you go.
Who was like, damn, nigga, I'm tired of being dry. My skin cracking and shit. I'm gonna go in here and put some shit together.
Why am I ashy?
Or who was on that Vaseline? Who's the first nigga on that Vaseline? Like,
maybe that was
shining.
I heard that. Seems like I heard that was a byproduct. It was like, yeah, that it ended up being something that was left over from something else.
Yeah,
that's what I heard. I don't know if
that's
that's true or not.
Oh shit. Who was the first nigga to say? Who was the first nigga to say, I'm gonna go down here and swim with these motherfucking sharks and shit? I'm gonna put me a snorkel mask on. Well, how scared was he? He didn't know.
Did he know that?
Yeah,
that was a
what
shark,
was in the ocean? Yeah, like I mean, just crazy shit. It's all kinds of shit like that. That you know, it gets to me. Who invented the tire? You know what I mean? How rich was that motherfucker when he invented the tire? Like, you know,
the wheel was a hell of an invention.
Yeah, sure the fuck was.
Hell of an invention. Yeah, I mean,
who said, "Damn, my breath kicking"? I'm gonna make this paste. The motherfucker get my shit right.
Who came out with Altoids?
How many niggas got shot inventing the gun? You know, it was some misfires and some explosions and shit. How many niggas died with the first pistol? Let me do you. Let me see if it'll go through you. Might miss back. Oh shit, it's more powerful than I thought.
Damn.
But here's some interesting things.
Okay.
I wrote a list of. I just went down the rabbit hole today, and I wrote and looked up a bunch of accidental inventions.
Oh, okay, cool.
Did you know that cornflakes was accidentally invented?
Nah. How?
Somebody left a pot of boiled grain on the stove for days, resulting in flake formation.
Really?
Yes.
I hope they've got it to where they can do it
without
quicker than a day.
Yeah, let it sit out in the motherfucker. Well, I want to know that them niggas that left that pot out for days on the stove, when they seen them in there like flakes, did the nigga eat that shit that he left sitting there? How did he know cornflakes was gonna be popular?
That's what I was wondering.
It's a good question.
Who ate that shit after a few days?
Come here, taste this. I mean, I think people know that penicillin was accidentally discovered by the Indians.
Oh, it was? I didn't know that. I know it was penicillin came from mold, right? Yeah. Yes. But I didn't know the Indians was who discovered.
Oh my God. The microwave oven was an accidental invention.
Word?
They was and see, it's a bunch of routers and doubters shit. So I don't know how they was working on some micro something and cooked some shit by accident.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, they started putting food in that motherfucker.
How did they know that?
Who was the first nigga who was the first person that trusted some food out the motherfucking microwave?
That's my thing right there.
Yeah.
I mean, this is cooking food, but I don't know if I'm going to eat it.
Hell yeah.
Not out of that shit.
And what'd you fucking cook the first time you tried to cook in that bitch? You know what? One of my favorite things was accidentally invented,
which is
chocolate chip cookies.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. The chef, I think it was a woman. I probably could tell you the name, but I ain't. But chocolate chip cookie woman, she had made a batter, but she usually put chocolate in it, in the batter that she put it in, and it spreads even throughout. But she had ran out of chocolate, so she just diced up some chocolate and threw it in the thing, and was thinking when she put it in the oven it'd melt and spread through,
but it stayed
chocolate chip. and it
Really?
became a phenomenon.
I love chocolate chip cookies, boy.
Motherfuckers couldn't get enough of them niggas. Let me get 12 of them chocolate chip things you made on accident.
Nah, I didn't know that. That's awesome. And I love chocolate chip cookies too.
Super glue was made accidentally.
Really?
Yes.
What were they trying to make when they made?
They was
super
trying
glue?
to make, I don't know, I guess the eyepiece on a gun.
Really?
And he was trying to make them clear.
The scope?
Yeah, he was trying to make them clear plastic.
Oh, okay.
And he came up with, it says here, 1942, Harry Coover was building clear plastic gun sights for the war. Mm-hmm. The chemical formulation stuck to anything it touched.
Huh.
They fucking told him, get that shit out of here in 1942. It didn't get embraced to 1951.
Really?
Yes.
Wow. As a glue.
Yes, as a glue.
I wonder why though, because like that's an amazing
they said
glue.
It said they didn't have no use for this shit. Like, what the fuck we need it for, nigga? We got Elmers. What the fuck we need it for? But yeah,
maybe it just hadn't got to the point where they needed an industrial strength type of glue.
Right.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Potato chips was accidentally.
How you accidentally invent a potato chip?
A chef named George got complaints at a restaurant about his fried potatoes being too thick and too mushy. So that nigga was like, well, fuck y'all niggas. I'm going to show y'all niggas. Mm-hmm. And he went back there, cut the potatoes thinner, and fried them bitches.
And made chips.
And them niggas loved it. And everybody wanted it to this day.
That is hilarious.
That's pretty crazy. And I bet that's what he said, too. Y'all complaining ass bitches. I'm going to show y'all. Cut these motherfucking potatoes so thin you can see through them. God damn it.
Speaking of see-through potato chips, I saw somebody make one.
Really?
A clear potato chip. They took like a potato and somehow got the flavor out of it and made this starchy type chip, but it was literally clear. It was like looking through a plastic bag.
Wow.
And the person that ate it said it tasted just like a potato chip. It was fascinating. You should look that up.
My shit gonna have to look like a potato chip.
Because you wouldn't try it, would you?
I don't try shit that got different color, like purple ketchup.
Really?
Nigga, buy ketchup gotta be red. I know. I don't give shit tries.
They
though.
said ketchup isn't really red.
Oh, really?
That's what I heard. I heard that's a dye.
Oh.
Ketchup isn't really red. I can't remember what color. They said it might be like a white or clear or something like that.
Well, ever since I grew up, that shit been red. I don't. You know how the kids like different flat colors and shit. Mama, let's get this shit. Oh, it's St. Patrick's Day. They got green ketchup.
Yeah, I remember when that came out. Did you ever? You did try it?
No, nigga, if it wasn't red, it ain't ketchup to me. It's some other shit. Like, I don't fuck, and I don't want to eat something a different color that's supposed to be the same shit and sit there and taste it and see if I can't still taste the red. Like, this don't taste like ketchup.
Makes no sense.
Nigga, like, but in my mind, that's what I'm gonna be thinking. It's like, nigga, something different. Like, it ain't red.
It makes no sense whatsoever.
That's just me, nigga. I want shit to be normal shit.
Do you remember when I think it was Burger King came out with that burger with the black bun?
No.
Do you remember? And they also came out with one that was a green bun, like that Crown Royal bag green. Yeah. It was crazy. You don't remember that either?
No.
You should look that shit up too.
Well,
it made you. I think they said it made your shit turn green.
I was about to say I wouldn't have been through Burger King for a long time. Nigga. That ain't no bun. What y'all do to my bun? Y'all had to put something on it. It's going to taste different. It's not the same bun.
Speaking of buns, I have to refer to this story, and I think I told you that our friend Preston. Yeah. Did I tell you about that? Yeah. I did.
About what?
He went to get a low carb burger back when that was the rage. Did I tell you about that?
You might have, but I don't remember.
He went to Hardee's, and Hardee's was one of the few restaurants that first had the low carb burger when they first came out, and he ordered one, and he got it, and was pissed because there was no bun. And went back and went off on them talking about where's my bun. And I'm like, it's a low carb burger. You ain't gonna have a bun. You know, it's pointless to have a bun if you want it to be low carb.
You lost yourself.
Yeah, he went in there and went off on him because he didn't have no bun.
I bet he said, "Oh," and took a bite.
Yeah. But anyway, that was off subject. But go ahead.
Did you know champagne was accidentally?
Really?
Yeah.
What are they trying to make? Wine?
Yes.
I guess?
Monks use grapes and they use grapes. In colder months, the fermentation process would stop. When it began again in the spring, there would be excess of carbon dioxide, which gave wine unwanted carbonation.
Right.
They brought in a monk named Don Perignon or Don Perignon.
It's Don Perignon.
Yeah, Don, but his name is Dom Pierre Perignon.
That's not how you say it.
And they brought him in to fix the shit. They was like, nigga, this shit's fucked up. I need you to fix this shit. And them motherfucking party goers was like, nah, nigga, this is that shit.
I can't get on Perignon.
He's like, okay. Don Perignon said we just keep it. Matter of fact, he just made it fizzier. Yeah.
Yeah, and they sell his water to this day, don't they?
Well, I mean, I think you could buy a bottle of Don Perignon.
It's not.
No, it ain't no liquor named Don Perignon. I'm thinking of something else. Yeah, it might be. Okay. But you know it's carbonated.
Yeah.
It's nasty ass water. I went to a fancy restaurant one time and I was trying to be motherfucking fancy. They was like, what would you like to drink? We have we bring you water. What kind of water would you like?
They had different types. Evian,
Don Perignon. I said, bring me a bottle of Don. And they bring it to you. Or no, it might have been Perrier or Perrier.
Yeah.
But I poured that shit in that water in that glass, and I took a drink of that shit. I said, no, I take some regular water. And she said, we don't got regular water unless you want it from the tap. I said, go to the tap. I wasn't drinking that Don Perignon. That's just nasty.
It's not nasty.
I mean, carbonated water.
You know, the only reason why.
Who was the first nigga to drink that and decide that was some good shit?
The only reason why it's nasty to people is because they expect to have sweet with carbonation. That's what it is. If you'd had it without any sweet or any like a Coke or anything, if you never had that and had Dom Perignon or whatever water you were drinking, you wouldn't have the same thought about it.
I have. So therefore, fuck that shit. I don't want to burp like I had a Sprite after drinking some water. What nigga forgot to put the syrup in they shit and said this was good? I'm just gonna have it like this, bro. I'm just gonna have it like this.
That's funny as shit.
Speaking of that, one of my favorites was accidentally.
Which was what?
Coca-Cola.
Oh yeah, that I did know that one.
Yeah,
they were trying to make.
They was trying to make
Coke, wasn't they?
Listen, pharmacists wanted to create a cocaine, caffeine-filled alcoholic drink that people with chemical addiction to drugs could use to wean off morphine.
Yeah, I remember hearing that story.
Prohibition made them take the motherfucking alcohol out. Cocaine remained in that shit for many years.
Yes, I knew that. I didn't know that.
Yeah, that was accidentally.
That's crazy too. You would think that a lot of people would know the actual history of that one, but I knew that one. That's crazy.
Here's one for my niggas. Viagra was accidentally.
What was they trying?
Viagra was invented to help angina. They thought that it would help take the pressure off the chest.
Oh, just put it in your dick.
Yeah. So, y'all niggas out there taking that shit, y'all taking something that was made by accident. So, if it's made by accident, I don't know if they know all its capabilities or all its. I mean, it's like, well, nigga came in there and took it for Ed Johnny. Dick was hard. They said, okay, well, nigga. We just gonna give it to nigga for hard dicks. They didn't check it, test it.
You know, porn stars use a lot of that shit. Did you know that?
I would be sure.
And there's like a bunch of different ones on the market now that are different chemical makeups.
Oh, I got one for the ladies.
No shit, what?
Did y'all know that a pap smear was invented by accident?
Really?
Yes.
How do you accidentally do a pap smear?
Intention was to observe cellular changes during menstrual cycle.
Okay.
I guess the dude that invented it tested a woman or did it to a woman and realized she had uterine cancer. I think that's how you say that word.
Uterine cancer.
Uterine.
Yeah.
Uterine cancer. Cancer cells could be viewed by microscope. So I guess they just kept doing it for other shit. Said, well, hell, we can see cells with microscope.
Huh. That's fascinating. Did you know that the dildo was created by a dude who had scientists back in the 1900s, I think it was, thought that women suffered from something called hysteria, where I guess in men's minds, the reason why women were, I guess, out of their minds was because of this thing called hysteria. So this dude invented the dildo in order to get them over it. There's a whole movie about that shit. It's fascinating as fuck.
So the sexuality of using the dildo helped him?
I guess that's what he was saying. But it turned out to be hysteria wasn't even a thing. It was just something that men didn't understand about women. You know what I mean? So he invented the dildo, and that's how they started with dildos.
Check this out.
What's up?
Vaseline.
We just
But listen.
Okay.
Excited about the possibilities of what could be made with the petroleum. 22-year-old chemist Robert Augustus Cheeseborough, or Cheeseborough, whatever his name is, decided to head to the town where the product had been discovered to play around with it a bit. While there, Chesbrough observed that the men drilling the petroleum would use a byproduct of the process on their skin to soothe and heal cuts and burns.
Okay.
And he turned this observation into the product known today as Vaseline.
Oh, I was correct. I was correct. I didn't know the story, but I had heard something about it being a byproduct.
The ice cream cone was an accident.
Oh, for real?
Botox treatment was an accident.
Botox was came out of
it was a
botulism.
treatment. Ophthalmologist was testing out new treatments for crossed eyes, and though he found it, what he also discovered was that his treatment had miraculous facelifting side effects, leading to the creation of Botox.
Really? Somebody told me that Botox was a result of like a byproduct or something of botulism.
Well, it could have had
that
more
might have
than-
been in there somewhere. I have to look that up, but that's somebody had told me that. That's some.
Tea bags was accidentally invented.
How do you accidentally invent a tea bag?
Though two women first filed a patent in 1901 for a tea leaf holder made out of mesh, the invention of the modern tea bag is credited to tea merchant Thomas Sullivan. In 1908, Sullivan began shipping samples of his tea out in small silk packages. And though his intentions wasn't for people to use the tea bags, customers did so anyway. And they loved the convenience of it.
Wow. That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's fascinating as shit.
Safety pins. I'm sure silly putty. It says silly putty, but I could see somebody was just mixing some shit, and that shit turned into some motherfucking
I did know
kids.
silly putty though. I had heard that one.
Bubble wrap was
That was an accident.
Yeah. Oh well, this may kind of be like the potato chips, but French fries was an accident.
Oh, for real.
The name may suggest otherwise, but it's actually the Belgians who claim to have invented the classic potato dish. According to local lore, the whole thing kicked off back in the winter of 1680 when rivers froze, leaving the fried fish eating population without anything to eat. To help keep everyone fed, they decided to use potatoes instead of making sure to cut them into long segments before throwing them in the fryer.
Just to extend the life of feeding people?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. That's fascinating shit right there.
Yeah, nigga, I'm teaching y'all niggas today. Y'all learning. Velcro was an accident.
I knew that one.
The Slinky was an accident.
I knew that one.
Play-Doh? Well, I could see that.
Play-Doh and Silly Putty probably from the same
Smoke
family.
detectors.
I didn't know that. Was it an accident?
Swiss physicist Walter Jaeger accidentally invented the smoke detector in the late 30s. At the time, he was working on a sensor that could identify poison gas. Wow. It wasn't until he lit a cigarette that he realized the invention was better at picking up smoke particles instead. Unfortunately, it proved too expensive to be mass-produced and sold commercially at the time. Mm-hmm. It would take about another 40 years for smoke detectors to be made cheaply enough to be regularly installed in homes.
Wow.
I mean, but think if they could have motherfucking saved how many homes caught on fire in that 40-year period. I think that's an invention. The government should have been like, hell yeah, we need this shit. Let's put something behind it. I mean, it could alert people to save their lives.
It's bizarre how like people invent things like that and they don't really accept it for years. Yeah. For years and years. That's insane. But that's wild though. I'm kind of appreciative of what I've learned.
Yeah.
That's fascinating.
Who was the first nigga to have a gun?
I bet he wasn't black.
But I bet it was an interesting situation when they was out and on the block and niggas was talking shit. I'll push your wagon over. whatever they said back in those days. And he said, no nuts, motherfucker. No nuts. No never. And that nigga pulled out that thing and said, plow. And I bet everybody around him was like, well,
they couldn't have been too scared.
It's time to go.
Because they were like difficult to reload back in the day.
Yeah, but
it took you forever to reload.
You shot that first nigga. You set an example. I bet nobody fuck with you,
right?
Wherever he got that thing that goes pow.
That shit is crazy.
I just be thinking about silly shit like that. Like, who the first nigga to snort cocaine? Who was the first nigga to get some water, some baking soda, some Coke, mix that shit up, put it on the stove, make it hard, then put it in a pipe and smoke that shit and go to La La Land? Who was the first nigga that had that crack?
That's, you know what? That's something worth looking into. I'm curious about that.
You
myself.
Ain't gonna know.
No.
They ain't got Darnell Jenkins in there in 1979. Like Captain. He ran up the street with Crystal. And they smoked it.
What was before that? Freebasing was before that, wasn't
Freebasing.
it? Yeah. That's what got Richard Pryor caught on fire and running down the street. That's insane.
Who was the first nigga that tested what fire would do to him? Was it a caveman that stuck his hand in there and said, ha?
That's a good question. I wonder if did they figure out how to start a fire with like wood and shit. You know, I
wonder. I don't know how they did, but and I would say they had to rub wood together. I can't see any other way that they didn't have no flint. Probably they didn't know about flint or you know. So I'd say lightning could have struck, set something on fire. They learned fire. I mean, I don't know. That's a good, interesting question.
Yeah, that's something I've always wondered about fires. Who came up with that shit?
Who came up with fire?
Or who came up with the idea of rubbing sticks together would get you fire? That whole thing's fascinating.
Do you have any weird fascinations?
Weird fascinations. Give me.
Like, I love the smell of gas.
Oh, let me think. I don't, but I don't think. One might pop up in my head, but I have a friend that used to love the smell of skunks. Loved the smell of skunks.
Weird ass motherfuckers.
And that fascinated the shit out of me. I know people who have smegma things.
What's
going
smegma?
On. That's when lint gets caked up into the penis. That funky ass smell.
They like it?
Yeah, I don't know them personally, but I know that there are people out there that
Smack
like that.
you learn something every day. And y'all some nasty ass niggas.
Yeah, that's gross.
Sitting there waiting on lint to grow in the penis so you can smell it. You funky motherfuckers. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's nasty. Some people like that shit.
My girl's weird, and she's got a friend that I've tried to ban her from talking to because they do weird shit. They send each other. They like Dr. Pimple poppers and shit.
That's so
they like
nasty.
watching. They like watching motherfucking abscesses get.
I can't.
Cow abscesses and shit. Like,
I can't. That's a lot.
I'd be like, I'm like, how do you find that soothing?
Some
Like, in any kind of way.
Some people do though. They love
do.
watching that shit.
Weird ass fuckers.
I can't do it. That's nasty.
I like the smell of gas. I like. I'm trying to think of anything else that fascinates. Fire fascinates me. I could sit and look at a fire forever.
Really?
I think I was meant to be a pyro.
Just burn shit on fire.
Broad daylight, you see candles burning in my house.
Right.
You know?
I thought you did it for the smell. You just
I do it for the smell, but I will sit there and stare at that fire forever.
Really?
Yeah. It's soothing to me.
Oh, well, that's cool.
A fireplace, I can zone out.
Watching you is a little creepy. Do that, but
Yeah.
it's cool.
Nigga, you see me get happy. When I set the grill on fire the other day and stood there for 10 minutes watching that
Just looking
motherfucker
at
burn. Yeah, it's just beautiful. Thinking of all the shit I could do with it too. Like,
See, that's crazy. What about like when you're watching it, you set the grill on fire, but it didn't dies down so the coals can get where they.
I like that.
Do you like that, or do you like to have to put some more shit on it to make it? You know,
I prefer the flames to stay. Now I am dangerous with the lighter fluid. Like I will woof, get that motherfucker woofing again.
Now that's a fire. Yeah,
Woof.
I was wondering if that's
Roll Charlie on the ground. He'll be all right.
I was wondering if that was
When he
we're gonna start a fire. I was wondering if that had anything to do with it, the actual site of fire.
Eddie, you go chop down that tree over there. Charlie, you go get that. You go get the gasoline out the shed. We gonna start a fire. You hungry? You hungry? Ready to eat? You ready to eat?
That shit is crazy. I've never had a fascination with fire. I guess because I grew up around it. Because we used to have a fireplace, and my dad used to put wood in a fireplace all the time.
I set some shit on fire. If I thought I could get away with it, I burned down all kinds of shit.
See,
I shouldn't be saying that on here because some shit get burned up.
Yeah, they're gonna be looking for you.
That pyro ass nigga Figgz did it.
Yeah, fire has never been a big one for me. I don't think it, but as far as the smell is concerned, I don't think there's anything that really sticks with me. Now I've smelled shit that's kind of weird. Like I think it's like is it oak trees that get wet and they smell like somebody nutted all over the place?
Nigga. We call them you talking about them cum trees?
Yeah.
You like the smell of the cum trees?
No, I don't. That's
I was
nasty.
about to say.
No, that grosses me out.
Oh, nigga. I was about to say, oh my God.
No, I don't. I have a friend that likes the smell of that, but I don't. There's some people.
I like the smell of nail polish.
Oh, really?
Nail polish remover.
Oh,
I could get a bottle of nail polish. I could huff on that shit all day.
That's not good, dude.
I'll huff that shit.
That's not good.
It was. You ain't supposed to be huff. Does people really huff nail polish remover?
I don't think so, but I think there's a reason. I don't think you're supposed to do that. I mean, people do be huffing. What was it? Tape cleaner. Call them poppers.
Niggas huff all kinds of crazy shit.
Yeah,
huff glue.
I've like gasoline. You talking about gasoline? I've seen people
I've seen when I was younger. It was a dude that would huff
gasoline. Yeah. What is the shit that they use for carbonate drinks? The little bullets. You know what I'm talking about?
The CO2.
CO2 cartridges. Yeah. People used to huff that shit.
Yeah. I mean, what they call them, whippets?
Whippets, no. Yeah.
I never did a whippet, but
I did one years ago, about like 20 years
you
ago.
Talking about my high school years. Dude, you want to lay out a second period and do some whippets?
I did it one time and I wasn't impressed, so I was like, yeah, I'm not going to do that no more.
I mean, but...
who came up with, let's do a whippet?
Yeah. Who said Who huffed some fucking gas first?
Yeah, for real. And the poppers and all
it
that
might
shit.
be some. I'm not gonna go outside and huff it, but I love the smell of gas.
That's interesting. I mean, gas doesn't bother me, but it ain't nothing that makes me go, I like that. Not at all.
I also love the smell of a fresh cleaned baby.
First thing, what?
A baby.
Oh,
out the bathtub with the lotion.
Okay. Oh, that's.
I love that smell. Like if you got a baby and she's freshly or he's freshly clean,
yeah,
I can hold them and smell them forever.
That word weirded me out for a second.
Yeah, and what you think? I didn't
know what the fuck you was talking about.
Here
you said the baby, and I'm like, the rapper, the baby.
Now I'm
why you want to smell it?
Now I'm a motherfucking child molester too. Huh?
I didn't say that.
You be telling me I be sounding rapey and shit.
You said the baby. I was like,
why would you think about a rapper?
Because his name is the baby.
I ain't never smelt that nigga.
That was my point. I'm like, why you want to smell him?
For all I know, that nigga smell like hot dog water. I don't know what that nigga smell like.
I don't know. You the one that said the baby. You said it different. You fucked me up for a second, so that's on you. But I guess
I don't know if those are considered like
first
necessarily. Well, we wasn't talking about first. We was talking about weird, weird things that we like. Goddammit. But
this shit's off the rails.
It is. I don't even know where we are at this point.
We're gonna go to something else.
Yeah.
So we'll holler in a minute. What up?
Yeah.
We got a Figgz Final Thought.
Yeah.
And this individual's gonna come up with some shit. So
I just want to give people a good idea.
Which is?
I have fun every Easter.
Okay. I don't know where you're going with this, but
not only do I hide eggs for the kids, and I put some of them have money in them, some of them have candy.
You do this here?
Yeah, well, I did this year.
Okay.
Usually I'm out in the country somewhere.
Okay.
But I also have an adult Easter egg hunt.
Really?
Yeah. This year I had a $100 egg, a $50 egg, and a $25 egg.
Cool.
And I hit all three of them.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I got the idea from my cousin and his friend. One year we had a big ass family Easter dinner, and they hit like a $250 egg.
Oh, wow.
But the crazy, right over across the street from you.
I was there that year. Yeah. I remember that. Yeah.
Right across the street from you. And it's hilarious because you've never seen grown-ups act so
fucking
stupid.
Fool.
Yeah.
Dude, not to take away from what you're talking about, but one of my bosses at work did that one year, maybe 2 years ago for Easter. It might have been last Easter. And she hid eggs in back of the house. And she was like all excited, and she was like, "Lamar, you gonna look for egg?" I said, "Sure, no big deal." And then all the people that worked there came to the back and lost their goddamn minds. They was like, they was like jumping over each other,
pushing
pulling
people.
shit. Yeah, and I bowed out. I was like, I can't do this because the minute you hit me, I'm gonna pick whatever's available and fuck your ass up. But I couldn't do it. Anxiety.
Yeah. Well, what gets me laughing is the adults who try to act cool about it. Like, it was just my small little family down here the other day, so it wasn't as crazy as the main one I'm talking about.
Right.
But we'd be sitting over at the table, we'd be like, look at them. Look at him. And all of a sudden, an old ass nigga get up and take a trip through the yard and try to be smooth about it. Try to look like he ain't really. And you had that old uncle who was probably, I ain't looking for no motherfucking egg. Oh shit, what I look like getting up looking for an egg? And then 15 minutes later, he kicking around rocks and shit. So it's just fun. You don't have to do it with no whole bunch of money. You don't have to really do it with anything, but get some fucking grown-ups hunting for an egg, because they go right back to their fucking 5-year-old self.
Yep,
I
that's
swear
true.
to God.
That is
and
true.
you could just sit there and be like, look at this nigga. Look at this nigga. This nigga gonna lift up the whole trash can. He in the trash can. He's in the trash can, Lamar. Look at that nigga. For $250, would you go looking for $250?
Would I?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would look, but it wouldn't be that big of a deal for me. You know what I mean? Because I was there that day, and I did look, but I wasn't like, but I didn't even know there was money in them.
Nobody ever found that egg too. They had it hid so good.
Did they know where they hid it?
Motherfuckers was right on top of it 900 times.
Really?
And because
nobody got it.
They hid it under a blanket on a outdoor chair.
No fucking way.
Yeah,
and nobody ever found it.
People was sitting in that chair.
Really?
Yeah.
And nobody found it.
Nobody found it.
Wow, that's crazy. Yeah. Nah, I mean, like I said, I didn't know there was money involved, but I was looking, because they said, come and look for some eggs. I was like, okay. But I didn't even know there was even money involved in it. That's crazy though. It's amazing to watch certain things put people back into their childhood. Yeah. Like when we went to see when Earth, Wind and Fire played here at the Impact. My brother
he lost his
turned into his little 18-year-old self back when he was in high school. Ended up in the front row, handing them the album cover to get autographs.
Was he fanboy?
He was fanboy, and I was like, "Damn, this nigga's for real." Yeah. He loved that shit. And that was cool to watch,
Yeah, but it's just I have fun chilling with my family and watching them do that shit. Like. Yeah, but you kind of lose respect for niggas because you kind of like
I knew that's where you was going.
Kind of like I thought you was a little bit better than that. I thought you was better than that. You digging through the trash. I thought you was
digging through
that.
the trash.
Yeah, motherfuckers pushing it, elbow. Go on, I was here first. Elbow the motherfuckers. Like, yeah. But try that with your family. And let's see. And videotape that shit. I want to see.
Really?
I want to see how anxious they get. And I'm not talking about just necessarily you.
Right.
Anybody. Try to get them grown ups out. If you got alcohol at your Easter party, it might not be smart because I guarantee it's going to be a fight. Yeah, but check that out. It's pretty fun. It's interesting to watch grown ups go to little bitty ass kids.
Yeah. yeah.
And
I've seen it. It's insane.
Another final thought before we get off here. I would just like to send a shout out to the family and the friends of Doug Havens, who passed this weekend, as a matter of fact. Do you know Doug?
No, I didn't know him. I didn't know him.
If you've been up to the valley anytime,
I've seen him, and I've met him, and we was friends on Facebook.
If you ate any of them motherfucking wings that was up there smacking, Doug probably cooked them. Yeah, like
I heard he had passed. Though. Yeah,
but he's always been 100. He was kind. He would do anything for you. He could. I just want to send a shout out to them.
Just an all around good dude.
Yeah, all around good dude. All around good dudes.
That's cool.
My prayers go to the family.
Yeah.
And we praying for you.
And that was our final thought. Check us out, y'all. Apple, Spotify, Apple Music, wherever you get iHeartRadio. I said that last time too. Spreaker. Wherever you can find We Funny AF is where we gonna be. So
who was the first nigga to eat a chicken liver? What the fuck was he thinking? He was just probably hungry.
Listen to the first part of the podcast to get why that's funny. So we'll holler at y'all.
Yeah.